Josh has been in our community. We had a free community for a long time, and he was in that. He kind of knew what was going on, what we do and everything. But it was February when Josh actually decided to take the jump. So Josh is an accountant. He went to college, same as myself. He became an accountant and he's been working at that full time for 2 years. And he's pretty full on. He is busy in work, very busy. And he still managed to get an hour or two in every single day. An hour starting off, and his results have been amazing. He properly got set up around mid-February. He reached out to me, we had a chat, and he just wanted to give it a crack. He's seen the results in the group already. He was a part of the free community and he's seen like the results always going in every single day. So this was enough for him to make the decision and say, yeah, this is what we need to do. He went on a holiday with his friends and decided that he didn't want to have to go back to work for too much longer. Now he has that choice because Josh started in mid-February. He made just over £100 in profit in the first 2 weeks, which he was chuffed at because he was getting set up. Like when you start your ecom journey in general in the first couple of weeks is amazing. In the month of March, the time I'm recording this right now, it's the 2nd of April. And the month of March has just gone by and Josh has done 4,000 USD in profit. 4,000 USD in profit. Like again, the same as the last interview we've done. How many people in ecom can say that they've actually profited in the first 6 weeks? Literally made his whole investment back about working with us, and unbelievable. Absolutely amazing stuff. So he made 3,100 around that pounds. So it's about 3,500 euros and it's over 4,000 USD while working a full-time job as an accountant. No excuses. Josh was one of the type of people that we work with and we didn't have to keep him accountable. He just put in the work himself and literally just went all for it. He's constantly trying to find ways to make new systems, to develop everything, and he's always asking questions, and he never missed a one-on-one call with us. Basically the perfect student. So this is going to be an interview with him and running through how his experience was, how he feels now after making that money. He did not think he'd make that much at all at the start. So hats off to Josh, and it's going to be such an exciting. The next thing we're aiming for is 10K. So we're going to aim for the 10K month. We're going to fly him out. If he hits 10K a month, I'm going to fly him out to Thailand. Going to meet him in person, do another video maybe. It's going to be amazing. But hats off to Josh, the first Scotsman to do big numbers in the group. Now there's many more coming on behind it, but unreal. Let's get into it. All right, Josh, how's things, man?
Yeah, good. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. So basically, yeah, just another call from us and running through your experience so far with EcomEdge, your results, how everything's been going for you so far, and yeah, what's the next step. So basically, would you want to run me through what you were doing before you joined EcomEdge in terms of job and how you came about us?
Yeah, so I sort of done just the classic route of leave school, go to uni, studied accountancy, and I've pretty much been working as an accountant for the last 2 years. So that's been taking up most of my time, to be fair, and I've always wanted to sort of try do something on the side. I've never really got round to doing it because I've never really found something that I thought would work or had the time to do it. And then I went away with a few mates sort of January this year for a holiday to Thailand, and it was the classic we need to just try something now. So yeah, just kind of took me there.
That way.
Class. That's literally how I started as well. I went to Croatia. Well, I'd always been trying it, but when I went to Croatia with the boys, I was like, I need to stay out in the sun for as long as possible and leave the job and everything. So that's kind of a similar thing. Mine was a holiday too, but easy. So what made you kind of go with us? Did you look into anything else before?
Yeah, I had a look at a couple of different things, but I joined the Discord quite early on before I actually fully joined the group. So I was just kind of looking at stuff in the Discord, and there's the wins channel in the Discord, which is just every day it's just there's clearly results, it's clearly working. So it was kind of just a no-brainer for me in terms of I've got to at least try it, because if it's working for everyone else, when I put the work in, it's got to work for me. So that was kind of just the thought process behind it. But I did have a look at some other options, but definitely just looking at people's wins, it was quite motivating.
Yeah, exactly. Still is for everyone. That's the thing. People posting in the wins channel is what makes the group. We've had people kind of go quiet they go out a few weekends in a row, and next minute they go quiet on us, ghost, and next minute they see all the wins and they come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the wins channel is like actually what drives the whole group. So yeah, that's good. No, that's good.
No.
So yeah, what would you have been like most skeptical about before joining? If say before you joined?
Man, it's probably just the usual, like, you don't want to invest time and stuff into something that isn't going to work, but that risk is like, it's always there really. You're not going to avoid that with any sort of side hustle or new sort of startup you're trying to do or whatever. I suppose it was just the risk of failure and wasting time really. But again, just coming back to like seeing folk put their wins in the wins channel, it was like, you know, it has to work. It can't just be me that doesn't get any wins. So I thought, you know what, fuck it, I've got to just give it a go.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Like we've never had anyone come through who didn't get sales ever.
Yeah.
You know, like that's that. So you're guaranteed to get sales. It's just not getting too comfortable when you're actually getting sales is the biggest thing.
100%.
No, that's good. Like, and that's actually a funny thing. You mentioned that because you said like it was kind of a waste of time was the thing you were more skeptical about. Rather, a lot of other people are like the investment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The investment is what they're more skeptical about. But you're actually saying like if in case it was a waste of time. So that actually isn't that common for people to think of. They just want to make the investment and make like as much money in the first 2 weeks as possible.
The job I do now is like, it's like you have your normal 9 to 5 job, and then you're supposed to do like all this extra studying and stuff to get these like qualifications and things. And it was almost being like, well, something's got to take a priority, like something's going to have to give a wee bit. So I was like, I need to make sure that if I'm committing time, it's got to be worth it. So I mean, so far it clearly has been. So
that's brilliant. Yeah, that makes sense. And is there like the way you said that basically you went on holiday and you were kind of saying to the boys like, we need to do something here.
Yeah.
Is that going to be like, if you leave the job, is it going to be for good? Do you know what I mean? Do you think like, is it something that you want to take a break for 6 months and go traveling, or is it something like you're looking at like actually making this 10k months consistently and leaving?
Yeah, my ultimate end goal is I've always just wanted to have a job where I can have the freedom to be where I want and work when I want. That's just the ultimate end goal, and it definitely still is. Right now I'm in a position where I'm paying for a flat. So there would be a few things I need to sort out in order to do that. It wouldn't be just as simple as getting up and leaving. But yeah, that is the ultimate goal, like be able to decide the job off and do it full time.
Class. So the accountancy will be put on the back burner only in case you need it, is it?
Yeah, like that's what I mean. There's always it's a backup plan. It always kind of at the back of my mind has been a backup plan. I know it's not what I want to do forever, but yeah, even if it was just I'm making enough, I can go and take a year and try it for a year full time and see where it goes from there.
Ask myself.
Well, that's the thing. It's not even just with Etsy dropshipping. It's how you take it like to all new lanes, making it passive, making other people run for you, 100%. Having 20 stores there ticking away. Like that's the end goal. But that's good. That's brilliant because I wasn't fully sure about what the end goal was there, because I'm the same. Like engineering is like something I'm always going to have if I ever.
Yeah.
Not that I'd never go back to a job. But like I just have it, you know what I mean. So it's good. So no, that's good. That's good. Basically, when you joined, like, did it meet your expectations to what you were thinking it was going to be like? What was the feeling like when you first joined? Did like the whole fulfillment part and the one-on-one, did you think that met your expectations?
Yeah, so I never really joined with the intention that it was going to be like no work, free money, do you know what I mean? So, because nothing is. So definitely joined with the sort of intention that at the start, especially just setting everything up, there's going to be a little bit more graft, and then it's more of a long-term play. Like once that's all set up, it's all going to be a little bit easier. And the one-to-ones was, I mean, they're pretty great because any sort of questions you have, especially when you first join, you need to utilize those, because like that's the hardest part, is like understanding what's going on, and those one-to-ones just clear everything up within like a 30-minute call. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I've missed a one-to-one yet, and I'm not planning on doing it, to be honest. So I'd recommend anyone to do it.
Come on.
Exactly. No, they are. Like when any coaching program that I went through, man, like every week I was booked in. Even if I didn't have, like, I just catch up, just get a few questions cleared. It's just always good, because I do see it a lot of time when people go 2 or 3 weeks without the one-on-one. Like the results start slipping, so it's a clear indicator, you know. All right, no, sick. So you obviously, like, can you bring us through the numbers, what you've kind of done so far?
Yeah. So obviously, I think I joined. Well, properly got things going middle of February. So February was like a half month, and it was mainly getting things set up, trying to get a few stores going, get eBay and Facebook going. So at the end of February, I had 2 Etsy stores set up, 1 eBay store, and then obviously my Facebook. So the total profit was just under £170, and that's for like a 2-week span. Which, to be fair, I was pretty happy with, like the £170 in 2 weeks. I wasn't, and that was it wasn't. Most of that was just setting things up, so I wasn't really complaining at all with that. And then March, I've set up. So March, pretty much both stores took off a bit more. One store really took off. I've got 2 new stores. So one I'm building myself, and one that I've got a VA helping me build. And the end of March figures are just under 3.1k for the month across everything, and that's profit. So I think total revenue is. Oh, can I get total revenue? Looks like it's about 7k, and then 3.1k profit.
That's crazy. That's a 30x from February.
That's actually like.
That's a 30x. Like, so that's pounds as well.
Yeah.
So most people watching this video would probably be thinking USD or euros. So £3,000, that's 4,000 USD in your second month. Like, that's fucking nuts, man. Like, Ecom is like such a. The way we do it is obviously much easier than if you were setting up Shopify. I know guys who've been doing Shopify, like building brands and Amazon FBA, and they've probably been doing it over a year, and they've never actually been able to have that money in profit.
Yeah.
You know, in a single month. It's like, I've seen people lose 5 times that in a month doing running ads and everything, but being able to do that in your second month, man, is unbelievable. So that's 4,000 USD. It's around 3,500 euros, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, unbelievable, man. They're great numbers.
It is mental. Like, in the majority, like, there's so many things I know that I actually could have done so much better as well. Like, there's a lot of like, that's after a lot of refunds that, like, this month I know it's going to be a lot less refunds because I just know how to handle it a bit more. So, like, it could have been more, which is almost annoying, because it's like, if I was a bit later on, I could have probably saved quite a few refunds and things like that, and mistakes. But it's pretty unreal.
Like, 100%, man. But look, like, as we all say, like, refunds are just gonna happen anyway, and they're probably happened to you a lot more because it was obviously your first couple of weeks. However, like, you're still plus that amount, which is insane. And as you said, you're kind of used to it. You know what the issues are with the exact products you have, so you can mitigate going into April. And April might be an absolute insane month. Like, yeah, you should be proud, man, because I didn't do that my second month. Like, no fucking way, nowhere near it either. Like, I can't remember how much I would have done, but I wasn't even counting. I don't think I was like counting at that time. But I had a good infrastructure at the end of the 4 months when I started. I had a good infrastructure built that I could leave my job. However, the first 2 months wouldn't have been anything like that. Like, it took a while, man. So that's something you should be proud of. Like, and the best thing is, the most thing you can do now is not take the foot off the gas, right? Not exactly like systemize everything so that it doesn't take you as much time, right? Use the private suppliers we have, which you were already doing. Like, eventually look at even the VA, like doing some of those orders to the private supplier. Do you know, something like that, right? Of filling in the tracking numbers. Just systemize it as you go, so the more you climb, the more you're not overrun with work, and it stops you from scaling. You know, we want to be able to keep scaling steadily. So yeah, brilliant, man, brilliant. Fair play. So that's basically the moment where you're kind of like, holy shit, this is working. Do you think this is something you could do full time and scale to like 10k?
Mate, yeah, I genuinely do think that this has been I've been putting in what probably 2 hours a day. Like that's what I aim to put in each day, like as a minimum, and like that's not even that's like half, not even part time. That's like quarter time working. Do you know what I mean? So to like and that's a full time like salary of like monthly salary. So 100%. I think if I could free up more time and really focus on scaling, which is what the plan is for this month, then yeah, like yeah, I think surely I can get there.
Easy, man, easy. So as I said, you hit that 10k, I'll fly you out here. We'll do another interview when you hit that 10k. But that's unreal, man. And how do you know how many orders you've done in total? No, did you track that? Or
Yeah,
you don't have to track.
I've got it tracked.
It's probably a fair few.
Just what do you mean? Just for the month or in total?
Just in total, it's only been 6 weeks.
Yeah. So 204 in March and 30 in February. So
Jesus.
about 200.
That's not too bad. Like, that's good. There's good margins on that as well because you're running out with no ad spend, whatever. Like that's really good, man. Really good. So, what would you say to anyone sitting on the fence about joining? Like, do you know what would you say to other people thinking about joining? And see, the biggest thing is people are like maybe the same as you as well, worried like if it's going to be a waste of their time. What would you say to those people?
I would say like if you're willing to put in the time, you're going to get the results like 100%. It's just a case of like the effort you put in is what you're going to receive back. Really, that's what I've learned doing it. Like I've been locked in for the entire month, and it's clearly paid off. So, if anyone's sitting on the fence and you really want to go for it, and you're really willing to put in the work, like just do it, and you'll see the results. It might not be straight away, but you'll see them eventually, 100%.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the thing. Like it's 100%. As again, I've never seen anyone not get sales.
Yeah.
Now some people don't take it to the next level because it's like the gym, right?
Yeah.
They might go for a solid 3 weeks and then they'll fall off. But like this is the results. You're the results basically if you do stick with it and just keep that consistency. What's the plan now? So like, what's the plan for? I know you said you want like you're going to take a stab at 10k, but even if you get near 10k, man, to be able to do that, like a couple of months. Unbelievable. So what's the actual plan?
So this month, pretty much, the goal is to have me doing as minimal as possible in terms of like the building, and I want to just think more on how to scale it really. So the VA is going to get an extra hour a day. I'm pretty much a lot of the profits is going to go straight back into it. So the VA is going to get an extra hour a day to build 2 stores at once. I have a new supplier that I've been speaking to who has a sort of system where everything's integrated, so the orders is fulfilled by them, the tracking is just the final tracking that they'll enter. It's all in one big thing, so that'll save me time actually doing all the orders separately, and even doing the spreadsheets. Like there's no need for the spreadsheets anymore. So I'm starting that tonight for the first time, so hopefully things go well with that. And then yeah, that'll free up my time from doing listings and doing the orders, and it's just going to be thinking of new stores, new ideas, and scaling as much as possible.
That's good.
Easy. Yeah, we're going to have AI in the mix as well.
100%.
I'll show you some of that as well, even just for tracking and all these systems. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
But that's unreal, man. I've no doubt you're going to absolutely smash it. And just another thing is like, do you think it was worth the investment jumping in?
Well, 100%. Like, there's no way I can say no. Like, I've made the money back and more in 1 month. So, if you're in it to make money, then fucking it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, spot on, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Let's get you to 10k. Let's get you out here, and can meet you in person and celebrate. That'll be unreal. So.
Nah, man.
Savage. How many stores have you got running now? 4, 3, 4?
So 2 that are like fully built, 1 and then another 2 that are about 25 products. They've been a bit slower because there's certain way to the photos and stuff. But again, I'm gonna give all those tasks to the VA. So by the end of this month, ideally 6 will be built, I think, as long as I have everything like go running smoothly.
Spot on. Spot on. No, it's going to be exciting. Yeah, no worries. Thanks, man. Thanks for answering the question. I'm going to stop the recording now, alright? There you seen it. Talking with the man himself, Josh. Fair play to him. Like, honestly, like, those results are so good to be getting in your first couple of weeks, and it's the second person actually this month who's like done that in a matter of 6 weeks. We had Keen on the last video as well, came in 6 weeks in and he done those numbers too. He hit about 3,700 USD mark, but still unbelievable, right? And I didn't make those numbers in my second month in Ecom. Like, actually, as a matter of fact, I've been trying Ecom since 2020 and failed I don't know how many times. I lost all that money. But when we have this new method that we have with drop shipping that is literally low risk, you cannot lose money. Straight away, these guys are in profit. The first couple of sales, they're actually in profit, right? They're not running ads. They're not invested in a big, massive team. They're literally running this from their bedroom themselves. The way we do Ecom is the safest and most rewarding way because it's so easily scalable. All you're doing is swapping time for money. You're not swapping money for money. Anyway, hats off to Josh. Again, the next time I'll be interviewing him is when we do a 10K month. We're lining out the whole plans to get there. I have another call with him next week to discuss basically how we move forward, systemizing everything, getting VAs on board so they really take over a lot of the day-to-day running, and yeah, strategizing with these guys every single day. It's definitely the best part of the journey for me, is like seeing others just absolutely crush it. You know what I mean? As well as your own stores, waking up to your own stores of success, but then going in and seeing all these other people doing these results as well. Like, as well as Josh, we've got hundreds of wins in the wins channel. All Irish people, Scottish people, Australian people. Like, I can go back here for probably the guts of 3 minutes and it will only go up to the last 2 days. So there's someone done 3.2K, 4K in a month. Like, you can literally go up. There's 1K in a day or 2 days. Unbelievable stuff. I can go up like this for still only the 30th. That's the last 3 days. It's absolutely insane. These are all people that you might even know them if you're watching this video, like just normal people just doing big things. You know, it's amazing to see. Anyway, hats off to Josh. Buzzing, absolute pleasure to work with him. I've given him an extra month of working with us for doing this video. Fair play to him and can't wait to meet him in person.